English Grammar for All. This episode is an extension of the introductory episode of the program. Here you will get a general idea of the sentence. Later, you will find everything in detail. The sentence. English is spoken or written in sentences, and we use 4 types of sentences in all our conversations. Number 1, statements or assertive sentences. In such sentences, something is spoken about something. For example, Tokyo is a big city. Here I am telling you something about Tokyo. Tokyo is the subject in this sentence. The information about Tokyo is that it is a big city. Is a big city is the predicate. You will learn more about these terms later. Statements can be of 2 types. 1. Affirmative. The sentence that states that something is so. For example, the doctor treats patients. A doctor treats patients. 2. Negative. The sentence that states that something is not so. For example, we cannot see in the dark. Or, the earth is not the center of the universe. To form a negative sentence, a not is added before the main verb. Not is always placed after an auxiliary. If there is no auxiliary in the sentence, do, does, did are used according to the tense of the main verb. When do, does, did have been used, the main verb comes in its original form. The second type of sentence is commands or imperative sentences. These sentences are used to ask someone to do something. They can be orders, for example, open your books, requests, please sit quiet, advice or direction, never tell lies, don't touch our live wire, unreal commands, have a safe journey. Commands begin with the original form of the verb. In the negative, for example, to forbid somebody to do something, don't is used before the verb. The 4th type of sentences is questions. We call them interrogative sentences as well. We all know what a question is. Questions can be of 2 types. Number 1, WH questions. They begin with one of the 9 WH words. What, which, who, whom, whose, where, when, why and how. They are also called question words. These questions cannot be answered in yes or no. For example, what brings the rain? Why do the stars twinkle? Number 2, yes or no questions. They begin with an auxiliary verb and they can be answered in yes or no. For example, is Pluto a planet? Question words are followed by an auxiliary. When there is no auxiliary in the question, do, does, did are used. But when the question word itself is the subject of the verb, do, does, did are not used. There are 24 auxiliaries in English. There will be separate videos for them. The fourth type of sentences is exclamations or exclamatory sentences. Exclamations are usually short sentences that convey strong emotions of the speaker. In fact, they are statements mixed with strong emotions and end with an exclamation mark. However, imperative and interrogative sentences can also be expressed in exclamations to emphasize them. For example, what a cool car! Here we come to the end of the introductory episode of the series. Later, in the following videos, you will learn everything in detail. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Well, one thing I forgot. The Hindi version of these videos is following soon.